In a quiet corner of the kingdom of Bellevue, where cherry blossom trees whispered in the wind and butterflies painted the sky with color, there lived a little princess named Leora. She was only 6 years old, with big sparkling eyes the color of morning dew, golden curls that bounced when she laughed, and a giggle that made even the grumpiest guard smile. But Leora wasn't like the other royal children from the stories you hear. She didn't care about crowns, jewels, or grand royal balls. She cared about flowers, animals, and the little things that made people happy. Leora's favorite place in the whole wide world was her secret garden, hidden behind the tall hedge maze in the palace grounds. She discovered it one rainy afternoon while chasing a bluebird. The bird had flown through a narrow gap in the bushes, and when Leora followed, she found herself in a magical clearing filled with glowing flowers, soft mossy stones, and a gentle breeze that always smelled like sweet vanilla. At the very center of the garden stood a small wishing tree, no taller than her. Its silver leaves shimmered in the sun, and its trunk was warm to the touch. Engraved at the base were the words, "One pure wish from a heart so true, the tree shall grant, and joy shall bloom through." Every day after her lessons, Leora would sneak away to the garden and talk to the tree. She'd tell it about her day, about how Lady Penelope's sewing lessons were boring, or how Sir Bumbleton fell asleep during his speech about proper posture. The tree never replied, but Leora felt like it was listening. One day, she found the royal gardener, Mr. Tibbles, sitting sadly by the palace fountain. His favorite cat, Whiskers, had gone missing. "I looked everywhere, princess," he sniffed. "She's never wandered off before." Leora's heart ached. That night, she tiptoed out of her room, barefoot and brave, and hurried to the secret garden. She knelt by the wishing tree, placed her hand on its warm trunk, and whispered, "Please bring Mr. Tibble's cat home. He's so sad, and Whiskers misses him too. I just know it." A soft light bloomed from the tree. A single silver leaf drifted down and glowed in her palm, then vanished. The next morning, as the castle cook stirred porridge, a loud meow echoed in the kitchen. Whiskers had returned, purring and happy, with a shiny acorn in her mouth as a gift. Mr. Tibbles cried tears of joy. From that day on, the wishing tree became something even more special to Leorate, became her way to help others. But she made only one wish a week, just like the old tree seemed to want. She wished for the queen's cough to go away, and it did. She wished for the castle mice to have their own little cheese corner so the cook wouldn't be maddened. They stopped sneaking into the pantry. She even wished for Sir Bumbleton's loud snoring to become soft and gentle, so now, during meetings, he still dozed off, but no one minded. Leora never told anyone about the garden. It was her secret, until one day, something changed. The sky darkened even though it was morning. Cold winds blew through Bellevue. Flowers wilted, animals hid. People whispered of a strange fog rolling in from the mountains. King Alaric and Queen Morella were worried. "There's a sadness in the land," the queen said softly, "as if something is missing." Leora ran to her secret garden, but the hedge maze was twisted. The entrance had vanished. "No!" she cried, pounding her little fists against the leaves. "I have to help." She sat down and sobbed. Then, she felt something warm in her shoulder. A glowing butterfly. It was blue, just like the one she'd followed the first time she found the garden. It fluttered ahead, dancing like it wanted her to follow. With her heart pounding, Leora chased it. Around the courtyard, down the rose path, past the old fountain, and there it was. A new entrance, a narrow arch of silver vines and stardust. She stepped through. The garden was fading. The flowers drooped. The tree was dull, its leaves gray. A whisper rustled through the wind. "The last wish must be from the heart most brave." Leora touched the trunk. "You've helped me so much. Now let me help you." She closed her eyes and whispered, "I wish the garden would bloom again. I wish the land would smile, not for me, but for everyone." The ground trembled. Light burst from the tree, spiraling like 1,000 fireflies. Color returned to the petals. The air warmed. And the tree, blossomed with silver and golden leaves. One by one, they floated into the sky, turning into stars, planting themselves all over Bellevue. The fog lifted. Flowers bloomed in the streets. The animals sang, people smiled. From that day on, the secret garden wasn't a secret anymore. The king and queen opened it to all. People came with kind wishes and gentle hopes. And the tree, now called the Tree of Leora, stood proud in the center, its leaves still glowing softly. Princess Leora still visited every day, but she didn't make many wishes now, because she had learned something very important. A true little princess isn't one who has the most jewels or the fanciest dress. A true princess is someone who listens, who cares, and who shares her magic with the world. And sometimes, that's all it takes to change everything. The end.